Welcome. In the words of College Game Day, we'll be coming to your city. This is the Four Valley Boy podcast. I got Ryan with me. Everybody else will be here whenever they be here. You know how they do. Show up when they want to show up. My bad. I mean, say that out loud. Say that loud part out loud. But still got one more media day, NFC West, I believe. But we're gonna talk about Jerry and the Cowboys trading away Michael Parsons. I think that might take up most of my show today.
Yeah, they might do it.
Got other thing going on with you know, college football. College football. I think Caleb DeBoer, you on the clock.
And it's ticking fast.
It's ticking fast. The oven is hot and prime.
Ooh-wee.
And I feel bad for you, dog. I feel bad for you.
In the words of Dave Chappelle, them folks was mad. Ain't no jokes, no punchline. They was mad.
Yeah. I feel bad for you, son. I got not problems in Bama ain't one.
In the words of TLC from House Party 3, sorry for you.
And in tribute to Jerry Jones trading away Michael Parsons, let's get started.
Let's go.
Big D. That's what makes this funny. How about the Cowboys? How about the Cowboys? Some way, somehow, when it counts, just wait. They will let you down. The accident, they will mess it up. Just wait. The accident, they will let you down. Just wait. The accident, the accident, the accident, waiting to happen. It will happen. I'm predicting they're gonna be irrelevant. I'm predicting an absolute embarrassment for the last decade and a half. They made me laugh. All the talent that they have is unbelievable, man. Big D, teasing you. This is what they do. Walking through, we show up on cue. Accident, something will go wrong. The accident of the big Jumbotron. Accident, gone. I recognize it's a black cat running around as a franchise. Say it with accident, they will mess it up. Just wait. The accident, they will let you down. Just wait. The accident, the accident, the accident, waiting to happen. It will happen. How about the Cowboys?
And this is Sport Valley Boy Podcast. I'm your host, moderator, Faith Bix, coming to you live from my house. We have Michael Andre with us live now. We got a jam-packed show. We're gonna breathe through these sponsors. We got Dax Waving Room. Ask Mike about it. He had Wave 30 years. Still got
it. You already gonna put it on Facebook so I can share it.
I already shared it. Go ahead. Crazy straws. Ryan has crazy straws.
If you want crazy straws, college football has started. NFL starting this on Thursday, tomorrow night. Get you some crazy straws. You want them colors, get them colors. Crazy straws. Want them straws, want them crazy, get your crazy straws.
Just for men, Ryan has the most immaculate goatee in television history, and he does not use Just for Men because he said, fuck it. He don't need it. But for those that might need Just for Men, I have gray in my beard, and I say, you know what, I'm too old to be spending extra money on stuff I don't need.
But if you like James Brown, which you will see, who is older than both of us, as you will see, and want that Beijing black to keep lasting forever, get you some of that Just for Men.
Just for Men. Sell all shapes and sizes, every store you can think of except the gas station. Damon's podcast, chopping it up. Holla at our boy, Damon. We need you back on here because we need to crack jokes. Arizona Tea, 99 cents. You get diabetes in 99 seconds. BuyNiceShirt.com. And our Ingram, he will be at homecoming. I have a special announcement later on in this show. If y'all didn't pay attention a couple weeks ago, I have a special announcement coming on a little bit later on. BuyNiceShirt.com. You pledge a fraternity or sorority, or you went to HBCU. He got all the stuff you need. And until I see your comment, I need you live and in person. We on Wednesdays. We're not doing the Sunday show for now because of football. But hopefully, when football ends or we have a slowdown in the period, we can talk about playoff games on that Sunday. We'll see. I don't know. YouTube, Facebook, you know what to do. And of course, our favorite sponsor, Kenny and Coke, Crown Royal XO Ginger Ale.
The dog.
All right, let's jump right into it. Micah Parsons is not a Cowboy anymore. That hurt my heart as a diehard Cowboy hater. That I can't even take the energy to dog them out anymore. You trade away the best player on your team. We're gonna start with our resident Cowboy fan first and see how he's feeling. First, before we come to the stage, we have breaking news. There are reports that this guy is up for the coach for the University of North Carolina right now because Bill Belichick is about to get fired tomorrow. I don't know how true this is, but he's about to be the new head coach of North Carolina. We got Horatio Major Jr. come on the show right now.
Man, I told y'all I don't want no parts of no North Carolina and Bill Belichick.
They call him
Bill Belichick with the hella chick.
Call him Bill Chick.
For real, Belichick with the hella chick. Got a younger chick. Who you working with? Bars.
I ain't in it. And admit it, I ain't in it. We're gonna start with Mike, then we're gonna go to Shot and then Big Straw. Mike, what are your thoughts on this trade for Michael Parsons to the Packers?
This trade was just as surprising as when we heard earlier this year Luka got traded to the Lakers. Like, do y'all realize that the city of Dallas got to be one of the first cities ever to trade 2 stars in the same year? The only thing that I can think of that just even close to somebody doing something like this is when the Hawks traded Dominique Wilkins and the Falcons traded Deion Sanders. I don't know if that was in the same year, but it was close. But trading 2 stars like that back to back, so it was shocking.
So I can't. Let me stop you there. Deion Sanders was not traded, sir.
Okay, all right. He want to come on and make comment. All right, cool.
I'm just saying. I mean, I want you to be accurate, sir.
I ain't got
Deion Sanders, his contract expired with the Falcons. He went into free agency, signed with the 49ers. I mean, fact check me, Fade, make sure I'm right. I just want to make sure I'm right.
What about baseball? Remember he was playing with the Braves during that time too.
Okay, well that was the Braves. We were talking about NFL, sir.
He signed as free agent with a free agent with the Cincinnati Reds with Mike Ron Gant that year.
And then he was not traded to the 49ers. He was not traded to the 49ers. His contract expired with the Atlanta Falcons, and then he was able to sign with the San Francisco 49ers, and then went to Jerry's World after that. And I mean, fact check me. I want you to be accurate. I'm not trying to shame you.
He was a free agent. He was a free agent.
So Deion won the championship in '94 with the Niners and '95 with the Cowboys.
Correct. He's a mercenary, pretty much.
Good gracious. But back to the trade. It was as a Cowboy fan, I'm sitting on the fence on both of them. I mean, on the trade, because you don't want to see no starter go. I think Jerry plays around too much with contracts and all that kind of stuff. But we got 2 first-round picks. But this is the thing about them first-round picks. Green Bay is going to be pretty good now. So you're looking at 2 late first-round picks now. Now, I mean, you still can get something good in them late first-round picks. But Dallas has been, if you want to be honest, this whole camp preseason, Dallas has been been playing without Michael Parsons. Like he ain't been able to do nothing. Michael Parsons has been kind of injured and stuff. I hate to see him go, but we're gonna see the value of this draft 2028, 2029 after we see what Dallas get for them first round picks. But I think them first round picks are gonna be late picks. But I think Jerry Jones is also, for some dumb reason, is trying to recreate the dynasty by trading a star player to get other players. Remember, he traded Herschel to get picks and all that kind of stuff. But it was a mind-boggling trade. But at the end of the day, as a Cowboy fan, I'm riding with the Cowboys on what we gonna do. We still gonna have a pretty good offense. Let's see what we do defensively.
before Shot go, you said they're gonna have a pretty good offense where you have no running back and no left tackle. But okay, go ahead, Shot.
I'm sorry. Atwater's rant actually just threw me off. What was the original question? I like to make sure I'm clear on what I'm answering.
Just give us your thoughts on the Michael Parsons trade. Yeah.
I think that every time Jerry Jones gets an opportunity to show y'all or show the world what, that he views his team as, he is definitely the team owner, and he views his players as property. And there's nobody on this earth that can convince me otherwise. He has shown, in my opinion, a slave owner's mentality, or just a ownership of a particular person or a commodity or a product. In that spans, this is the same team, same owner, same organization that asks those intrusive questions to Dez Bryant, because that's what you want to know about the investment that you're making into your property. That's why it is called a draft. That's why they have you almost naked at the draft, because you are stocked. It is totally resemblance of the way slaves were sold in the South some 472 years ago. Then he gets on TV and tells you, how he tried or made it seem like, yo, that's just another commodity that I discarded, and then I'm gonna go, do something else about it. And then he signs the cornerback to a whole bunch of money, like he's Michael Parsons, to make people not think about what Michael Parsons did. But just like when Lee Harvey Oswald did what he did, and the chickens came home to roost in 1963, the chickens will come home to roost when Michael Parsons comes from Green Bay to Cowboy Stadium to see the Dallas Cowboys again. Dak, be careful.
Yeah, that'll be week 4 for that game, and it's a Sunday night game.
Sunday night game, right? Who was that? ESPN. Somebody won.
NBC won that day.
NBC won.
NBC won
the lotto.
Go ahead, Big Straw. By the way, $1.4 billion on Powerball if y'all play. Even though we have no chance in hell winning, just govern yourself accordingly. Go ahead, Big Straw.
Hey, I'm just gonna say this, man. It's Big Calvin Candy out there in Dallas. That's him, Calvin Candy, aka Jerry Jones.
Who's that nigga? Oh, that guy.
Well, the one that's on the horse riding away from Dallas, his name is Michael Parsons. You traded your best player.
Candy. Oh, I tipped my cat off to you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. I stole that. I stole that. I will say I stole that. But look here. You traded your best defensive player away for draft picks. This is not the Herschel Walker trade. This is not that same era. This is not 30 years ago. You traded Herschel Walker and you end up with 5 picks. You got 2 this time, and you got a player who is going to probably start. But still, the fact of the matter is, you're not thinking straight, Jerry Jones. You had the chance to build, and that has gone through your fingers. It's as an outsider looking in, is extremely disappointing, because you paid Dak, you paid CD, your best offensive players. But last I checked, defense wins championships. And now you don't have anybody to shore up that defensive front. And the odd thing was when it happened, you said we need to stop the run. Well, you took half of that away. You took most of that away when you with this man right here. He has a great pass rusher. He's a good linebacker. So a bad trade. Shouts out to Green Bay. Write a book, Green Bay, how to fleece the fleeceable. How to fleece a fleeceable. That's it. That's all I got on that. Terrible.
We got a comment from Shots producer, Mike. Anatole want to know, were you looking at food? Hold on, let me unmute you. He said, were you looking at food?
Looking at food? What is he talking about?
I don't know. I don't know.
Is he trying to crack jokes or something?
That what it feel like. I'm not getting it.
I don't know what he talking about.
I still got some birthday cake if you want it, Atwater.
Woo!
Yeah, that's what you were last week when you get on the show.
Well, you want some cake or no? That didn't answer my question. You want some cake or no? He didn't answer. He did not answer. You see what it is. He did not answer.
Oh wow. Yeah. Say something, Water. Goddamn it. Say something.
Man, I'm not studying that dude, man.
Let me get on this.
Be the bigger person, literally.
Calvin Candy, Steven.
That's why he left the screen completely.
Did you miss me? Did you miss me? Did you miss me, Steven?
That boy said Calvin Candy. Hey, listen, that's what he remind me of. But let's go. Run with it. Hey, run your lineup.
Yeah, but I think okay, let me ask it real quick before we move on to the media day. Does this put the Green Bay Packers in a better position to go to the Super Bowl?
Of course. Why wouldn't it put it? You got to put it in a better position. Once again, defense wins championships. They needed defensive help. They hit the 1.10 billion right there. They hit the lottery by being able to get Michael Parsons and being able to shore up some defensive help. That's one thing they needed. That's one thing they were able to get. They needed help on defensively, and it didn't matter if it was the best cornerback. It didn't matter if it was the best defensive lineman. It didn't matter if it was the best safety. You got the best defensive player in the NFC, so go ahead. Hey, why not? Why not?
Mike, does this put the Packers in a better position to be a contender for the Super Bowl?
Packers are right there with the Eagles. Like that. Right now, the Packers are the second or third best team in the NFC. Eagles, Lions, Packers.
A lot of folks don't realize the Packers did hold the Eagles to 16 points in that wild card game. Jordan Love just threw 3 picks, and the receivers dropped the ball. And that they led the league in drops last year. I think 26% of their attempts were drops. I think it might be a little bit lower than that.
Y'all remember Matthew Golden? They first round pick, the receiver out of Texas. He is blazing fast.
First receiver Packers taking as number 1 pick since 2002, Javon Walker, Florida State. I'm my own producer today. Shot, does this put the Packers in the firm grip for a shot at the NFC title?
Yeah, you got to ask a better question. I mean, because that's a no-brainer. I think the question would be where.
Will the Packers win the Super Bowl this year with Michael Parsons?
Is that enough to overtake Philly? Is it enough to overtake Detroit? I don't know. The game still got to be played. I mean, a lot, lies on the shoulders of Jordan Love. But in order to make a fair assessment of that, you got to go back and see, what the line, what else did they add? Are they better? Look at the schedule. Yeah, they're definitely better. You don't add Mika Parsons, whatever his name is. Jerry Sandusky kid. You don't get a guy like that on the
team. Look at it. Just a quick glance at their schedule. They do have the Eagles at home on Monday night in November. They play the Ravens at home in week 17. Of course, do we know they play the Cowboys week 4? They play home versus the Commanders in week 2 on Thursday night. Well, not this Thursday night, but next Thursday night. So that's going to be a quick turnaround. They play the Lions at home. Then they get the Commanders right after that. And they play the Bengals after they play the Cowboys. So that got a couple games, and they had the Steelers some Sunday night football.
I'll say this. let me just throw this last little bit in there, Faye. Based on what you just said on that schedule. Whoo, boy. If they their record will tell you, and even so, even if they only win 10 games and they get in the playoffs, they would have been battle tested.
Mm-hmm.
So, because the playoffs is a whole nother animal. They could beat those teams and still go to the playoffs and obviously lose with any one of those teams. I don't even know if you want to beat all those teams. I think, you just want to match the physicality and then make the adjustments, because if you beat them, then now they know what to do to beat you back. So I would say, they're definitely going to get a true test of where they are. It would be, if I'm them, I would probably want to split those games. Maybe, stay close with the champs, because you don't want the Eagles giving, you don't want to give the Eagles the blueprint, and then beat Washington, because Washington is up there. I would say split those 4 games, and I would give them a real shot if they made the playoffs to win it. But like Atwater said, I think it's Philly, Detroit, just based on the fact that they didn't lose many people, they didn't lose anybody. And I don't see nobody else that got that much better other than Green Bay.
And the only thing we'll move on to the NFC West media day, but the only thing I hate, they had to give up Kenny Clark. It was Kenny Clark, run stopper, for Michael Parsons, but I think it's a trade anybody will make to give him up. If you could have kept him and found another way around that, because that depleted your run defense just a touch. But it is what it is. You get a talent like Michael Parsons, and they played. Let's see, they don't show their schedule for the playoff game from last year. There it is. It was 22-10 when they lost to Philadelphia. So that game was actually closer than what that score dictates, because Jordan Love threw 3 picks and a lot of receivers dropped balls, and injuries were happening to his offensive line in the second half. No excuse though, they still lost, but it's just got to get context behind some stuff. All right, let's go to the media day for the NFC West.
Yeah,
I'm gonna start with the.
Hey, just give everyone else a team, Fake, because we got some college football to get to, and got a playoff, and like we got stuff to talk about, bro. My bad.
Mike, you got the Arizona Cardinals.
Arizona Cardinals. What kind of year did Marvin Harrison have last year? Is Marvin Harrison ready to step up in that upper echelon of top wide receivers? If Kyler Murray and Marvin Harrison can connect and get a connection and make that thing build out there, I still think Arizona will probably finish either 3rd or 4th in that division.
Yep. Marvin Harrison, 62 catches for 885 yards, played all 17 games, 8 touchdowns. He led the team with touchdowns. Second in targets to Trey McBride, their tight end, who led the team in receptions, yards. Had no fumbles, but
Marvin Harrison got to get about 1,300 yards this year for the Cardinals.
His quarterback need to be 6'2", not 5'8", but that's neither here nor there.
Marvin Harrison only had 77% of his the balls thrown to him were catchable.
Mm-hmm.
Who's the running back in Arizona?
James Conner.
Okay.
All right, Ryan, you got the Seattle Seahawks.
Seattle Seahawks. It's a lot of turnover with these Seattle Seahawks. No Geno Smith this year. No Luckett this year.
No Metcalf either.
No Metcalf this year. So we'll see. I think they're going to finish 4th in the division. They're going to finish last based on their opponents and based on everything that they've lost. I don't see them doing as well as they could have done. You keep a couple of those pieces. Geno revitalized his whole career in Seattle, in my opinion. And you let him, and he walked. But so, I don't see that. I'll be honest with this. You would think that they would be good. Who's a projected starter for quarterback?
Sam Darnold.
That's a good piece. I like that, but I still don't see the receivers are gonna have to grow up fast because you lost Luckett and you lost Metcalf.
But they signed Cooper Kupp from the offseason.
Cooper Kupp is good, but this is not the LA Rams, and that's not Stafford throwing you the ball. So I think it'll be a good connection because I think Sam Darnold proved last year that he could play in this league. So we'll see. I still got him fourth.
They also lost Noah Fant too. So
The tight end.
yeah, you lost 3 of your pass catchers and your quarterback. So shot 49ers.
I think the 49ers are gonna be hot garbage. You heard me, Fred. Hot garbage. They got
Is this gonna be it for Shanahan shot?
Huh?
They're gonna let him go this year, you think?
Absolutely. Christian McCaffrey probably gonna get hurt. You let Debo go. Although after watching Debo the past couple of off seasons and watching the wardrobe and how he has evolved, they may have let Debo go for other reasons off the field than on the field. And I digress. I'm just saying, Debo's a Democrat. I'll leave it at that. And so you got
he went to the perfect place in Washington. Then
absolutely.
Chocolate City.
Then you got Pretty Ricky, the lead singer for Menudo. He's over there. That's who they throwing passes to him. Ricky,
Pearsall.
Yeah.
Don't get shot. Make sure don't get shot this season either.
Brock Purdy. They just look blah to me. They just look blah. Now they still got Trent Williams, before he get hurt, and then you got John Bosa
and Kittle,
who remind me of the dude from the movie The Program, him and Alvin Mack, and what he was doing to his shoulder. That's what John Bosa remind me of. I just feel like
he remind you of Big Steve Latimer.
Yeah. I gained 30 pounds over the summer.
Steroid man.
I ain't say it.
That's what he was. That was Steve Latimer was. He pumped them roids. That's one of my favorite football movies of all time. But yeah.
I hate to say it, because John Bosa or Joey Bosa, no, it's John. Joey Bosa, they from down here, man.
Nick Bosa.
Oh, that's Nick over there. That's right. That's
Nick.
Over there. They from down here.
That's the MAGA boy.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. But here's the crazy thing. Like every time I've seen him, he's been around colored folk. Every time. But and respectful. I remember seeing him when he was in the 10th grade, and that had to be the biggest, Caucasian kid I had ever seen in my life. He was like, "Excuse me, sir, where's the bathroom?" I said, "God damn, we can't beat y'all. Not if you playing." I went to the team. I said, "Hey, who blocking him? Man, let's go ahead and go home." And he had a big brother. So shout out to them Bosas. But yeah, I don't see San Francisco doing much. I don't care what you think, Fred. I don't care what you think. I don't see him doing. And you can tell Tone Loke I said it.
Man, tell T-Mile, tell Larry Coleman, tell all them boys.
Tidy head.
Tell all
them. 49er? Yeah,
Tidy head a 49er fan.
Yeah, that's right. He is a 49er. I thought he was a 50%er, but 49 is the same thing.
That dude's stupid, man.
I'm gonna go ahead and take the Rams. Rams were 2 plays away from being in the NFC Championship game. Also, problem is their quarterback has a bad back.
That's not good.
That's not good. Playing quarterback and he got a bad back. If I'm the Rams, they should have went ahead and traded him to Pittsburgh. They should have traded him.
Why are you gonna do that? Why are you gonna do that?
Well, he was flirting with Pittsburgh in the offseason.
He was.
So I'm saying, if I'm the Rams, I would not have gave him that extension.
He just talking stuff. Don't worry about that. Don't worry about that.
Aaron Rodgers will be hurt first 5 games. Don't worry. Anyway,
who's the backup in LA?
Oh, porn star Jimmy.
Jimmy who?
AKA
Garoppolo.
Stetson Bennett the
Garoppolo.
third.
Oh, Garoppolo. Okay.
The fourth. Stetson Bennett
And
the
then,
fourth.
and then Stetson Bennett fourth is the third string.
Stetson Bennett, is that the same Stetson Bennett? He's still in the league? Didn't he run somebody over?
No, I thought I'll be honest with you.
That was Jalen Carter who ran somebody over.
I really thought after that first year he had gone to AA and we would never see him again. I thought he went to AA after that rookie season, and we were never going to see Stetson Bennett again because I think he had it was a noise complaint and he was walking down the street or something.
Intoxicated.
Yeah, intoxicated, and it was a public nuisance. It was something, but I didn't think we would ever see Stetson. So I give Stetson Bennett all kind of credit for coming back from that, man. That is.
Yeah, that's what's up. Isn't he 40?
He's almost 30. He's 28.
Wow. He's been in the league for 4 years and still don't have a pension.
Nah,
He's never played a game.
I think this is third year.
This is third year, dude.
Third year?
Third year?
Yeah, he had 6 years in college.
Oh, I guess he gonna stay long enough to do the LeBron. Hell, he left at 30 with 2 credits.
This is for you.
With 2 credits.
I don't care about the Rams defense. I don't care about the Rams receivers. I don't care about the Rams running backs. I don't care about Sean McVay being a great coach. If Matt Stafford is not healthy, it don't matter what the Rams do. The Rams got. Even if you got Devontae Adams, it don't matter. If Stafford do not play 16 games this year, the Rams are not going anywhere. Oh, Anatole said Stetson did not graduate from UGA either, but who did though?
I said he had but 2 credits. I said that.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. I think the Rams will win the division, but it's dependent on Matt Stafford's health. I think the 49ers will be second. Seahawks will be third because they got a solid defense, and Mike McDonald is a good coach, and the Cardinals will be fourth. And Jonathan Gannon will be fired, and Kyler Murray will probably be traded because the majority of his guaranteed money coming off the books this year. So that's an NFC rundown. Mike, you want to go to college football? You want to go ahead and do your Super Bowl picks?
Man, we do the Super Bowl pick last. They call it football, boy. I'm ready to get in there.
College football. Let's see. All right, college football. We had a great weekend of college football. Shout out to Lee Corso retiring. Definitely, I'm not going to watch the show anymore now, so it don't matter. We had some great games and some bad games. Let's start with this team right here. Let's start right here. Let's start right there. Carson Beck, whose receivers led the nation in drops last year in UGA, showed them why I was a possible top 5 pick in the draft. We're going to start with our resident South Floridian. What do you take of Carson Beck in game 1?
Oh man, I'm so full from eating all my words for trash and Carson. It's now I call him Carson because we cool like that. Used to be just Beck or that other guy. I mean he was decisive with the ball. You got to have one of those guys. He's a 5th-year, 6-year veteran. He's seen enough, played enough big games up there in Athens. He knows what it looked like, but it was just easier for him. Like, I'm sure he spent a lot of his time at Georgia. He's a diehard, Georgia Bulldog, I'm sure. But when it comes to making a business decision and elevating your stock and seeing what happened to Cam Ward, like, let's not forget, nobody was talking about Cam Ward this time last year until after the Florida game. And then even after that, but Cam Ward came because Mario Cristobal is going to make sure he has an offensive line that's going to protect him, some type of run game, some physicality where he gets to be clean most of the game. And he looked good. I mean, and I say he looked good when he only threw for 205 yards He completed 21 or 20 or 30 passes against arguably the best secondary in the country. Like 3 of those guys will be picked in the first 3 rounds of the NFL draft. Did you just come from work? But anyway, so yeah, I thought he looked good.
Miami looked like a SEC team the other night with that run first mentality, being physical, playing defense. Miami looked that was a SEC type game the other night between Miami and Notre Dame. This is the thing about Miami, Fabe and Ryan. Miami, for the most part, Miami typically starts the year off good. 5-0, 6-1, 7-0, and they fade in crunch time. Remember, Miami last year, I think, started the season 7-0, and down the stretch, they went like 2-3 to finish the season. I think Miami was like 9-3 to end the season, and I think they lost the bowl game. So all this looks good and sound good for the Hurricanes right now, but Miami got to get to them playoffs. Like, they got to get there. And I said it when we talked about the ACC a couple weeks ago. Watch for them games at the end of the season if Miami undefeated when they got to go to Virginia and Pittsburgh back-to-back. So, yeah, they looked good the other night because they was a run-first team. But Miami got to get over that hump or get into the playoffs. They got to get to the playoffs.
I really agree with you guys. The thing is that if you're gonna be a run first team, I like that. Because you got to keep the team, you got to keep every team honest. It can't all be on Carson Beck's shoulders. And I love that the receivers that he has, Mr. Daniels stretching it out. That is a play of the year so far. Looking just like that copy of Madden with Odell. Great catch, man. He's got some players now, man. These transfers, and what's number 10 shot? The freshman?
Malachi Tony.
Is he in relation to James Toney that played in Florida?
No, not only is he no relation, he's a 3-star wide receiver who, everybody down here thought he's been the deal since he was in 9th grade. He's actually the quarterback that led American Heritage to the state title after Dion Bell got hurt. The 5-star.
Okay, so he was, you dealing with underrated talent that knows they're better than that. So Miami, and Michael, didn't you say Miami don't leave the state of Florida until?
Man, them dudes don't leave till November.
They go to SMU. Then their first game, they said, is in Dallas. They play Dallas. They play SMU.
Yep.
Okay.
First
so game. I don't see. It's going to be hard to stop them if they get, like, that first game was just a litmus test to me, and they played a top 10 team, so that's a litmus test. So as much as I hate to disagree with you, Michael, I think Miami is going to be kind of special this year. They're going to be a little more special than what you give them credit for, if you're basing on last year. This is not last year's Miami team. So I think they're going to be special. I see them in the ACC championship. If they can keep everything going, keep some players healthy, and just keep that I'm better than you mentality. They got a swag similar to the old 80s, the old 90s Miami team.
No, they don't. Right?
Okay.
They ain't got no swag.
I mean, we both watched the game. I'm just telling you what I saw. Okay, so I'm just saying.
You need some more glasses.
Yeah, I'm a agree with ATWATER. I don't think they got the same swag.
Goodness no.
Obviously, whether you a Kane fan or not, you can't help but reserve and be skeptical, with your optimism when you remember that they dismantled Florida last year. Dismantled them, and then most of the games that they won, you know, starting with that California game or even the Virginia Tech game, they were doing more escaping than anything. They don't play with the same swag because the 87 team or the 2002 team, they would have finished Notre Dame. Like, you know, and that's Mario Cristobal. That's one of his, you know, that's one of his faults. You know, people get on him for. He took his foot off the gas, but I get it. You playing a number one team. You playing a team that just played in the championship game. And me and my dad was even talking about this. Like, if you keep playing the way you playing, and they come back and win, then the media would have killed it. You play conservative and you still get the W. People can say what they want. You still got the W. Ugly win is way better than a pretty loss. You know, but
right, because a win is a win. A win at the end of the day, that win is a win. I just think that there's more confidence. There's as much confidence in this Miami team as there was last year with Cam Ward at quarterback. And that's because of transfers, and that's because of what you saw on the field. Carson Beck could have came out there because what was it not raining that game? It was a pretty steady rain. And he was still throwing darts in the rain and had a good what was it? You said 20 of 31 for 205. That's not bad, man. I in bad weather. So just imagine when the conditions are ideal, they got good footing on some of those run plays that they could have broke. I just feel like it's a good shot. They got a good shot. I think they'll at least make the playoff this year.
If they stay healthy, and that the team that we saw Sunday night, you know, they continuously get better, just like everybody else. But if they stay healthy, you know, again, I don't think the swag is there. I do feel like Mario's blueprint is officially on this team. And I'm not saying that because they won, but you got to remember these are the third year guys. You got Francis Mauinoga, who was the #1 offensive lineman in the country, 5-star. You got Hurricane Bain, who was supposed to be a 5-star, but the scouts kept saying, you know, oh, he's only 6'2". The man had 35 sacks in Dade County. They just didn't want to give him a 5-star. You know, then you got Inez Cooper, the big offensive lineman. So Mario's guys, the guys that he had a whole year to recruit and go get. This is their third year. Damari Brown. You got a Miami, a majority South Florida defensive backfield, the way Alabama's own look. So I think the blueprint is there. Now the thing is, can you keep it going, and can you, like you say, you be professional? Don't. Atwater's as much as we hate to say it, he is 100% right. It's easy to get up for Notre Dame. Will you get up for Pittsburgh in November? He's 100% right.
Out of all the defensive backs on their roster, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Only 8 of them are not from the state of Florida, and they have like 22 defensive backs on their roster.
Well, 3 of the starting 4 is from South Florida.
Yeah, I see them on there.
From American Heritage and what they call it at St. Thomas.
Yeah, real quick. The meat of the Miami schedule: home versus Florida, at Florida State, home versus Louisville, home versus Stanford, at SMU, and home versus Syracuse. Those 6 games are not cakewalks. Florida is ranked 13. Florida State is 14. SMU played an ACC title game, and LSU has Miller Moss from USC with Brom as the coach. So those
LSU.
Louisville.
Oh, Louisville. Okay.
So those games are going to be that meat of that schedule. It's going to be telling. See what they're going to do. I think that Florida State game is going to be a doozy. And if you know Florida State, Miami history, especially some hinky things have happened in that rivalry. Want to touch on anybody got $70 million under their couch right now?
I know where we about to go.
Shit caught me yesterday.
If I had $70 million, I think I would take we'll be in the same studio all together.
We will do this for a living. Because some of these podcasts I seen, like, y'all do this, y'all get paid for this, and get put on ESPN.
We'll fly you out to an undisclosed location. Have a fifth person that'll be interviewed that'll be somewhat famous.
I know what this 70 million conversation headed. Wrong time.
Mike, I'm gonna ask this. Shot agrees with me. Is this like a gas grill?
He hot. But let me just say this about the boy, man. He has been on the hot seat since he took the job. I told Ratio that. Ever since he got hired, he been on the hot seat because you dealing with Nick Saban. I saw a stat yesterday. It was unreal to me, and I just want to see how confirmed this is. They said in 230 games against unranked opponents, Nick Saban lost four times. They say this dude done lost to 4 unranked opponents in 2 years.
Yeah, 92 years, Mike.
Good.
1 year and one year and one game.
Hey, when you look at the film, me and Ratio talked the other day, and I went back and watched some of the game. You got, like, for an example, Ryan Williams, you want to be, and I want to apologize to Ratio for trying to even think about putting Ryan Williams in the same category with Jeremiah Smith for Ohio State. Ryan Williams out there running half through the routes. The guys are not blocking downfield. They going half-ass on defense. That's not a Nick Saban coach type team. And I think for the boy, bad as I hate to say this, his job is going to be saved this year if he goes out into Athens in about 3 weeks and beat Georgia. If he can beat Georgia in Athens and beat Auburn, regardless of what happens this year, his job going to be saved. Now, do I think that's possible? Anything is possible. But I just think, man, you lost to Florida State. And let me just say this, too, about that Florida State game. If Georgia goes in there with a new quarterback in Gunnar Stockton, or anybody go in that game with a new quarterback like that, 9 times out of 10, they're going to lose that game, too. Now, I'm not trying to necessarily take up for Alabama, but going in a hostile environment like Miami, like Florida State, like Ohio State, a rookie quarterback, freshman quarterback, first-year starting quarterback would have lost each one of them games, too. There's nothing in the world can convince me otherwise when it comes to them games. Like, prime example, watch how Bryce Underwood at Michigan struggled this weekend against Oklahoma in Oklahoma. First true road game, and you going into Norman, Oklahoma. So I think, man, the boy got to beat Georgia now to Auburn. And I know Alabama ain't got Texas money, but best believe if y'all don't think them folks to come up with 70 million to get dude out of there, they will.
I mean, they've been saving all this money. They've been saving all this money from when Saban was there. They didn't have to worry about that, so they've been stockpiling money too. So I ain't never have Saban. Saban was never on that point. Saban I don't think was ever on that point. He done brought him championship after championship, and you bring this guy in. This is like Drew Carey falling behind Bob Barker, and Bob Barker was the host of Price is Right for all those years. That's exactly what this is, and it's just not the same. And now you see Drew Carey's finna leave, and they finna bring in Howie Mandel.
What?
So this, it may not be the exact analogy, but I'm just saying you got to move that crowd. If you don't move that crowd and come up somewhat with what a similar result, it's gonna be the same thing. Look back at the coaches that was there before Saban. Look at Shula. Who was it before Shula? Coach Stock.
What, Crowell?
We don't even know because we know Saban. We know Saban. That's what we know. We know Saban, and we know Stallings, and we know Shula. Shula did such a terrible job of it.
Which one? Forrest Gump.
That was Bear Bryant. Okay. So Just saying, this a hard. I hope he can do better, but it's going to be a hard road to hoe because these folks in Alabama, they don't want to just win games; they want to win championships.
So, shot, if he shot and fade, if he makes it to the playoffs, is he safe?
Yeah.
So let me. What's up, Tick? What's up, Reverend Tick? My guy.
Hallelujah.
Amen. Don't even get it twisted. There was a meeting held Saturday night. Now, do I know this for sure? Of course not. I don't even know. I ain't even trying to know nobody in no Birmingham, Alabama. But there was a meeting held, right? And somehow, some way, he didn't get fired. Before they leave Athens, let me think. That's I-20, right?
That's
when you go through Commerce to get down to I-20. Before they get to I-20, they gonna pull over the car and it's gonna look something like Mississippi burning. That's all I'm saying. Right? He won't make it past that Georgia game, in my opinion.
I can't see them firing him during the season. I don't see that. They gonna let him play out the
a lot of crazier things have happened, Michael. This is a new era in college football, and I think one of the main reasons that they brought DeBoer in was because he's younger. He was able to deal with all the stuff that Nick Saban said he wasn't gonna deal with. So they're gonna bring somebody in that can deal with it. That's probably a little more seasoned, and that's the name.
No, they got the Boyer because nobody east of the Mississippi River was going to touch the Alabama job. Nobody.
Unless you're Dabo Sweeney.
Huh?
Unless you're Dabo.
Well, they couldn't get Dabo because Dabo on the same thing Nick Saban on. He ain't trying to do nothing with NIL. And that's the name of the game right now. So they had to go all the way to the Pacific Northwest and get somebody like Atwater said early because of Michael Penix, because nobody was talking about Washington before Penix, and ain't nobody gonna be talking about Alabama after Penix. So he's done. That was as poorly a coached Alabama team as I've seen since before Forrest got there and became the starting running back, when him and Jenny was doing their thing.
Jenny, I love you.
The all-time leading kick and punt return man in all the SEC history.
Hey, Faye, pull up their schedule real quick.
Jenny,
I can't see them letting that dude go. Ratio by Georgia.
Jenny,
who you bringing in? Who you going to get?
I love you. Oh, John Gruden, but that's the option.
Urban Meyer.
Oh, ooh, that's good. That's good choice.
Man, listen here. Like I told y'all 20 years ago, I told Atwater this, and he can attest to it. You put Nick Saban and Alabama together, the number one coach for paying players and the number one school for playing players. You put them together, and that's championships. I'm going to say it here in 2025. You put Alabama, the number one school for paying players, and Urban Meyer, the next best coach when it comes to paying players, and you put Urban Meyer in Dixieland with a whole bunch of blondes because we know how his eyes and hands like to wander, and he going to be like a kid in the candy store. Alabama championships. Urban Meyer divorce.
Hold on. We got a hater coming onto the show. He said Fabe likes crab leg university. I like crab legs, but I don't like Florida State. He also a member of that Q Sci-Fi. I'm not good at bark because I'm not gonna get in a fight with nobody. Roof. And so
you can't bark with a cat behind you.
No, I can't bark with a cat behind me. Why must I be like that? Why must I chase the cat?
Anatole!
Bama gonna hire Dan Lanning.
See them cane?
He said Dan Lanning.
Yeah, man.
Dan Lanning can't even be Ohio State.
Bama gonna hire Dan Lanning or Glenn Schumann. It's gonna be one of them.
Why haven't we thought about the obvious? And I know he's at home, and I know he is, but he's still a Saban disciple.
Man, you better
Nobody
not say
has
what I
said
think you
anything
gonna
about
say.
Kirby.
Man,
No,
I'm getting off the show, man.
Man, kick him out the show.
God,
It's gonna be either
It's
Dan
possible. So you're saying it's not possible?
or Lane
that
Train.
ain't no. Why wouldn't it work, man?
Kirby from Bainbridge, Georgia. He a University of Georgia graduate. His wife was a graduate of University of Georgia.
Of course. But don't be surprised if his name is going to be floated out there as well. I'm just saying.
I got
His name, just like we float
Lane
names out
Kiffin.
there.
Lane Kiffin. Hold on. Be right back.
Lane. I got a name for y'all. Deion Sanders.
No.
It didn't have the same effect that Atwater when Atwater used Deion Sanders a couple of years ago.
I said Dion to USC, but mind you now, when I made that comment, a couple moments later, he coaching at a P4 school too.
Ooh, Colorado?
It's a Power 4 school.
Yeah, you're right. It is a Power 4 school, and that's
Yeah,
all I'm getting.
He's at P4. Yeah, that P4 time.
It is west of the Mason-Dixon line, so I will give you that much.
I'm going to tell you a story. I'm going to tell you a story that I could have. I've always had respect for Saban, but the University of Alabama, I could really care less who they get, and this is because of what happened to a young man that I grew up around and knew about that went to the University of Alabama back in the 80s, and he was a quarterback, the best high school quarterback in Georgia at the time, and went to the University of Alabama. They were throwing the ball. And every time that man got on the field, because of the color of his skin, he was booed. And ever since then, I could give two shits what happens to the University of Alabama. So right now, like I said, I respected Saban. I respected everything that Saban did because I felt like it was old school football. And I'm glad he got out when he did. But whoever they get is who they get. Yeah, if they keep Kalen DeBoer, that's fine. Just keep losing. Because Alabama has never, it's like, I'm like Kanye West. Alabama, even though the majority of the roster is black, Alabama has really never liked black people. Going back to George Wallace. Let's go back to that.
And you think they did in Athens, Georgia? You think they
did?
You think they did in Biloxi, Mississippi?
The governor of the state shot. I get what you're saying, and I agree with you. I agree with you.
The whole SEC.
I agree with you. I agree with you. But the governor of the state did not go and stand in front of the doors and say, I have to. These state troopers are forcing me to let these black people in. Just saying. That's why they shot him. But I digress.
Mike want to know what Alabama's schedule was going for this year. They Louisiana tomorrow, they play Wisconsin, Georgia, Vanderbilt, Missouri, Tennessee, South Carolina. They're losing 5 games this year.
Nah, bro, Alabama not gonna lose 5 games. They
already lost one.
Me and
They've
Shot
already lost
the
one.
other day. Shot talking about 8-4. That's the lowest I'm going. 5 games. They gonna be ready for September 27 against Georgia now.
They losing that game, but this look at these 4 game back to back. Tennessee, South Carolina, LSU, Oklahoma. All those teams ranked right now.
I still want to see what Oklahoma's gonna be when they play this weekend. That will let me know what they're gonna be.
Can I say something, Mr. Fabian?
What's that, Anto?
They're not losing Oklahoma. They're not losing the who else you said? Tennessee.
Only one of that stretch they're gonna lose to probably is LSU.
Yeah, LSU.
They gonna beat Tennessee.
Brian Kelly still coaching that team, right?
They gonna beat Tennessee. They gonna beat South Carolina, and they gonna beat Oklahoma.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to figure out why you mad at Alabama and the whole SEC is racist.
Shot. You forget that I agree with you, sir. I agree with you.
Born when LSU finally decided to play a black player.
Shot.
They did it in 1972. LSU. was the last team to put a black player on the field.
Shot. I agree with
Georgia
you.
wasn't far behind. 1971.
Don't get me wrong, Shot. I agree with you. I totally agree with you 100%. It's personal for me. It's personal for me.
The SEC.
I will be the first to tell you that it's personal for me. I mean, you talking about Ole Miss? That's worse than Alabama. Ole Miss was worse than Alabama. John F. Kennedy had to call and and tell them that the National Guard was coming to desegregate that school. It's personal for me. That's all I'm saying.
Just saying, Ole Miss ain't let a black person get on the field till 1970.
Just saying. That's why I say it's personal. That's why I say it's personal for me. That's personal for me. I knew the man. He was older than me. I knew the man growing up. He's passed away since, but it was personal for me. He didn't have a chance. Not saying, but it's personal for me because I knew the young man. And that's all it is. That's all it is. That's all it is.
I mean, I Ryan, me and you from the same tree. We went to the same school. We know the same. I mean, I know the dude too. I get it.
Well, why y'all wasn't pissed off when that boy
it ain't y'all
when that boy ain't play at Georgia? That black quarterback ain't play at Georgia. What's his name?
It ain't y'all.
I'm just saying, what's the dude's name? What's the black quarterback that ain't play at Georgia?
Justin Fields.
Nah, the other one. Exactly.
The one number two. They end up having to transfer steps and then they had to step in.
DJ Shockley.
DJ played, man. DJ played.
DJ Shockley won an SEC championship.
Didn't he sit behind all them dudes forever?
He played 2 years.
He played every game. He played 1 year.
He played 1 year. He started 1 year. Everybody else came. He was like a turnstile at practice.
Oh, he was behind one person.
Only person he sat behind was David Green. That's it.
Forever.
DJ played every game though. He had a package every game.
David Green was there 4 years.
Yeah, and DJ was a year behind him.
I'm with you, Fred. Let's talk about what Arch didn't do.
I will be the first to say that it's personal for me. Now let's go to the next game.
We gotta get out of here. Well, we already know ain't starting the other games. We gotta get the Mike's BS predictions.
Hold on, Faye. I'm sorry, man. Are we not gonna talk about Arch Manning?
For real, we gotta talk about Arch.
Who?
Arch looked bad against the NFL ready defense.
We gotta talk about Arch.
The NFL ready. The whole D line last year. The NFL ready.
You have Matt Patricia, who's actually coaching defense.
Okay. So that means put us out there. Arch looked bad. I don't care who they was out there. Arch looked bad.
He looked bad.
We got to talk about Arch for the simple fact that I'm pretty sure the people that's on this show right now, at least 3 of us picked Texas. I know I did.
I tried to change it.
I did too.
It was too late.
So
I did too.
If the majority of us picked Texas, we got to talk about Arch. Who was that?
I will be the first. Let me lead it off by saying this. He didn't look good. And the reason we come down on him as hard as he is because he was hyped up and his last name was Manning. Now, I will say this. He sat behind Quinn Ewers for 2 years. The time he did play, he played against UTSA and who else? Who was the other team he played against last year?
It don't matter.
They put Quinn Ewers right back in there. If he was all that, Quinn Ewers wouldn't have seen the field. Now, he is not that transcendent talent that we are led to believe, okay? Bryce Underwood, he's a transcendent talent that we're led to believe. He came in his freshman year, supplanted, and he's the man.
Hey, man, hold on on that to this weekend.
Hold on, but I'm just saying. They didn't, like when Arch came in, they done had a year of Quinn Ewers, right? They could have put him in last year if he's that great of a talent. That's all I'm saying. He didn't play the same talent Bryce Underwood played. He played in a private school in Louisiana that plays nobody. When they got against some real competition, they got destroyed. Newman got destroyed.
Stop. Hold on. Stop.
Hey,
name me the last time you heard of a school. Name me the last time you heard a Michigan school being good in high school football. Name me some Michigan high schools. That's good.
Bro,
See, we can name some
look,
from
the facts
Georgia,
of the fact
Florida.
that look, the facts of the facts, my guy. The facts of the facts. I can't name Michigan high school.
Who did Bryce Underwood play?
Brother, all I'm saying, Bryce Underwood is probably a better talent than Arch Manning if he's coming and he is the starting quarterback in Michigan right now.
Miss Anderson, Miss Anderson, you know that Peyton Manning and his little brother Eli and Odell Beckham went to the same high school as Arch.
Yes.
Okay. You know the 5-star quarterback that Georgia got coming. He go to a private school as well. So we don't say private school because there's some private schools in Florida who would trash anybody in the school in the state of anywhere and Georgia.
Gunnar Stockton went to a Class A school. Brock
Maybe
went to a private school.
If I'm wrong, we'll see. He proved me wrong.
No, we're not saying
wrong,
I'm not saying that. I'm just saying
Manning proved me wrong.
Arch just when he had a bad game.
But you sound a lot like Ryan Clark. Like I feel like if Anatoly don't post that in the chat, in the pre-production chat, you don't say a lot of that because that sounded a whole lot like what Ryan Clark said. I feel like
I'm not gonna take complete credit, and his name is Ryan too. So I'm just gonna
That's what that sounded like. That's what that sounded.
What did Ryan Clark say?
Everything.
Everything Ryan just said.
Everything Stroh just said. Everything.
I just think, man, everybody.
His name is Ryan too. I had to take some of it. I mean, I'm just saying, it made sense. It made sense to me. It made sense to me.
Like I said, man, it ain't too many quarterbacks would have went in there in Ohio State and won that game Saturday. It ain't too many in the country right now. Everybody just need to pipe down when it comes to Arch Manning saying he ain't this, saying he ain't that. You gotta give him some time. We will see what Arch Manning does. This SEC schedule kicking in. They play Florida, they play Georgia, play Oklahoma. We'll see what he made of. But you can't tell me that Carson Beck, maybe Carson Beck and Cade Klubnik didn't even win this game. Maybe Nussmeier from LSU might have won in Ohio State Saturday. And ain't too many quarterbacks would have went in there in Ohio State and won that game Saturday. Not in Ohio State, they wouldn't.
So let me say, and you're right, Fred. They're not coming into the shoe to win that. Nobody called him a generational talent, right? The number one pick last year or this past year is not a generational talent. All everybody has been saying is that he has the physical stature because he's about 6'4", just like his daddy and his uncles, right? And then if you can dissect the game the way your granddaddy did, your uncles did, then that's going to put you in the conversation of being an NFL quarterback because man, one of them was physical specimens. But if you can dissect the game and have a ball placement that any one of your uncles did, then the hype you got and the projection is warranted. He did look like a deer in the headlights. He has a long way to go. But nobody said he was the athlete of a DJ Lagway or Cam Newton, and nobody said he was got this arm like a Jamarcus Russell. But he is Archie and Eli's them kin, and if they break down film with him, he will be in the NFL and he will play on Sunday, and he will probably be a first round pick. Now he went in there and played against Caleb Downs, who's a top 5 pick. He went in and played against 100,000 people. Like that, nobody was gonna go in there and look good. And y'all better hope Arch Manning is bad, because if not, whoever played in Ohio State got problems. Believe that.
I will say this though about that game. Texas defense legit. They defense look good. That's not talked about enough for me. They defense.
You're absolutely right. It was a
ain't nobody,
game,
and that's
right?
another thing, Anatole. Ain't nobody mentioned the fact that Julian Sayin, the quarterback, went like 13 for 20, about 120 yards.
Yes. I mean,
ain't nobody mentioned that.
I mean, Texas got me nervous now. Don't get me wrong. And then they have bought every college recruit. I mean, every high school recruit except for Jesus himself. So they're loaded. So
and they
if Arch get it together, I mean, if he can be serviceable, if he can be Quinn, what's his name? What's the last name? Fabian, say his last name.
Ewers.
Quinn Ewers. If he can be Quinn Ewers, they back in Atlanta.
You.
I want to know Why Ryan Clark wasn't talking like that when Shador was doing his pre-draft? Why they weren't talking about that like that then?
You know, he's a cow. He's a
I'm
cow.
just saying.
You know how they be. They be a little cat.
I'm just saying. We gotta apologize for talking bad about Shador. Okay. But anyway, yeah, we had to talk about
You
art.
put Shador on that Texas team that went on Columbus. I like Texas.
Child, please. Stop playing.
I like Shador, man. That's my guy.
Man, that man on the best pass he throws is on his back. He prefers to get sacked. Stop playing.
Hey, man, listen. It ain't no quarterback in the country I don't think would have went in there and won that game Saturday at Ohio State. Like I
Not
said,
without a running game. Not without
playing
a true
Ohio
running game.
State and Miami Sunday, it ain't a quarterback in the country that would have won them games. Watch these games right here. Don't be surprised. Now, I love Georgia to death. Watch how Gunners struggle next weekend in Knoxville against Tennessee, playing in 110,000. Watch how Bryce Underwood this weekend goes into Oklahoma and plays them. Watch them games when you got first year starting quarterback playing in big environments. Watch how they play. Ohio State, believe it or not, with a first year quarterback, when they go to Penn State or I don't know if they play Oregon or not, watch how they struggle. That playing on the road, man, is different. It's
Penn State pie, but go ahead. Penn State pie.
Oregon and Columbus.
It's a big difference.
That Caleb Downs is the greatest college football player I've seen in the last 3 years. I love that guy. That guy's amazing. Draft him second. He a man.
Caleb Downs is Eric Berry to me.
Earl Thomas.
Caleb Downs is in the category of Earl Thomas, Ed Reed, Eric Berry. He's one of them generational type safeties.
Steve Atwater, Lewis
He's in
Oliver,
all them, like that's the guy you don't typically see safeties get drafted in the top 5. That's the guy you need to get.
I agree.
All right, let's get to these picks right quick before we go. Let's see the BS picks. That Mike can share it with us. We want to thank Michael Atwater for his contributions to the show.
So basically, just to sum it up, the teams I got going to the playoffs this year in the NFL, in the NFC, I think Green Bay gonna be the top seed. I got Green Bay, Atlanta,
Philadelphia.
I actually got San Fran going. I got Green Bay representing the NFC in the Super Bowl. I got Green Bay beating Philadelphia in the NFC. Over on the AFC, surprisingly, I got some of basically the same teams from last year. I think Buffalo will be a top seed. Baltimore will be back. Kansas City, I think Kansas City reign is getting to the conference championship game.
Like an old man with glasses on, boy.
I think they.
And you see him sliding the paper up like he's on the bridge.
Hey, y'all remember in school when you used to have them projector when you cut the what's the name out and they use that thing?
I just cut the lights off. That was my job.
Hey, that boy slid the paper up like it's an 8mm film. Boy, I'm done. You don't get I got
Baltimore. Got Baltimore and Green Bay in the Super Bowl, and I got again. I'm trying to ride with you, Baltimore. I got Baltimore win the Super Bowl this year.
All right, Baltimore, real quick before we go. You know how I like to fire a coach. If Baltimore falters again, do you fire Harbaugh?
Not if they make the playoffs. Not if they get to the conference championship or Super Bowl or something.
They got to the conference championship 2 years ago, and they wet the bed for play calling. They only ran the ball 7 times to get the chief, but that's neither here nor
there. Marcus Andrews dropped away from being in the Super Bowl last year.
I'm not firing him.
Or whatever his name is.
I think Harbaugh is still one of the top 5 or 10 coaches in football.
Mm-hmm. He ain't top 5, maybe 10. But okay.
He got 2 rings, right?
No.
He got 1 ring?
And that was like 13 years ago.
I mean, I got married. I mean, we all got married about 13 years ago.
Hey, man, your cousin is big on what have you done for me lately. That is his mindset.
How long you been married, Faye?
22 years.
So, I mean, it's still ringing, all right?
Yeah, but my thing is, though, I do something every day and every year to improve. What has John Harbaugh done to make sure that he don't wet the bed for his team to get to and win the playoffs?
Boom.
Why would you fire him? Firing him for
because
what?
he can't. Just like you fired Tony Dungy because he can't get over the hump, and John Gruden took the credit for that team to win.
I agree.
Tony
That's
Dungy
all.
still won one in Indianapolis, didn't he?
But he had to go to Indianapolis to win it when he should have stayed. If the Glazers should have gave him one more year.
John Gruden had to come to Tampa to win. He couldn't win one in Oakland.
No, he didn't come there by choice. They traded him there. They traded him. Got 2 first-round picks for him too, if I remember correctly.
But who your Super Bowl picks, everybody? I got Green Bay, Baltimore. Baltimore winning it all.
I think I got Green Bay, Baltimore also.
I got Philadelphia, Baltimore.
I got my frat brother them in Baltimore. Go Eagles, go.
Fly, Eagles.
I got the Steelers and Philadelphia edge.
Oh my God, this dude here can't never take his Steeler glasses off.
Hey, T. Miller just came on here and said he got the Niners. So everybody at this point, they just picking to be picking now.
Of course he gonna pick the Niners. He breed the Niners.
I told you.
Pittsburgh and the Eagles.
I told you I was gonna pick us. Stop doing that. You stop looking like that. I told you I was picking up.
Do you know we see you?
Is this new? I just came on the show. I was folding clothes. Is this new? Is he playing with
the people?
He dead serious, man. He got the Steelers and the Eagles in the Super Bowl.
This your cousin? That's your cousin, Atwater?
My brother, yes.
Yeah.
They ain't talking about you. They
gotta
not
go. Gotta go, fellas. It's been
They're
real.
not talking about you.
Yeah, hey man,
sit down.
He like dude off 18. What's the crazy dude on 18?
B.A. Baracus.
No, not B.A. Baracus. What's the other dude that's always
Murdoch.
crazy? Murdoch. Yeah, I'm out, Faith. I'm gone.
Yeah. This how we looking at Ryan right now. This is how we looking right now.
Oh yeah,
The Cowboys can't look at me no kind of way. They can't look at us. They can't look at us like that. Look at them. They can't look at us like that. Tell them they can't look at us like that.
We'll see y'all next week. We out.